We have to put the fee up front.
Well, that's the story about the Girl Scouts. When it first started to
Very, very nice.
Girl Scouts was always
How'd you call it? Discussion bingo.
Martin didn't take over.
Okay. All right.
Instead,
Alrighty.
Martin
Well, it's up to us.
I really enjoyed it.
Not very good, so we'll see.
Yeah. So what brings you here? Okay.
Generate manage opportunities with CRM and strategies combined with business development. I'm in the business side.
Okay.
Internally created or something larger.
it's fun when you start talking about this.
Third party product.
Yes, I was just integrate this. We have candidates and then it also integrates back in.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Yeah. We'll do that over time. We'll do that. Yeah, I've got anything to offer.
Absolutely, that's fine. Yeah, let's start feeling it. Yes.
mobility, don't think you,
Yes, yeah.
we don't have.
Okay, okay, then one call back to property management, and this is number one.
We showed up. We waited for you. We were here.
Facilitating, helping them grow, helping them find solutions.
I know.
Helping them collaborate together.
We went in.
Let me get my business card.
We went to his office. We went to the office. I mean, John's office. We were sitting and waiting for you. We waited and we waited and we and John can tell you. Ann and I waited for like over an hour for you. Remember when I told you our meeting was fine and Ann and I came and we were sitting in your office.
Yeah.
So we kept right. We kept moving. Ann and I were there. We waited. We waited. You didn't show up. I know, but we'll talk to you when Ann comes and see what she's going. Okay. No, not today. Not today. No, but you can pass on
So yeah, if you're up for it, I mean, you'll see how some of the dynamics, how we go, kind of get a feel for it. Yeah. And what sort of, how the conversation is. Yeah, so reach us through website, find us online. I do like events like this, if people hear about us, and they reach out to us.
So we kept their participation. Yeah. So we kept Okay. So let me introduce you to Tony, who is on who are on the team.
Hello, Tony Barnett. Martin, nice to meet you. Hello, Janet. Martin, nice to meet you.
Yeah, could have missed that.
I know. So remember the other members presented.
Yes.
I said
Okay.
So what is it?
In the back, as long as it's not marked as just go around like before you know probably see when they have on our website. Just go over that. We're the ones who are talking to
So tell me,
9 o'clock, yeah. Start at 9, so 8:30 to 9 is.
Well, I don't know yet. For all I know, they might be vice president.
Excited?
Okay.
Make sure you have my card.
I apologize for the issue I meant it during the presentation.
Oh, that's
I forgot my business card.
No worries, no worries. You can send me a link. Okay.
Oh, you're on LinkedIn, correct? All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you been back to?
No, yeah, that's a little bit of what we do.
Washington Networking.
A little short about it. The next one I'm trying to worry a lot with is management. Yeah, so I channel that. And we're now 3 or 4 years.
Right.
I need a transformer to do.
Oh, so the new iPhones have that kind of
The other,
plug,
yeah.
right? Yes,
So you need to go buy the transformer.
the converter,
Converters,
the converter.
yeah.
But
So I
this,
don't have it.
but this is really cute. I just want to know what the brand name is
Yeah.
because I like that.
Yeah, it's very little.
And the pink, I love it. And it's got the little strap
Yeah.
too, so I love that. Yeah.
Something that's interesting. Yeah. Oh, he's focused Yeah, so folks,
Especially in Alexandria, there is a huge community organized that there's Hispanic. And then today, I invite Karen, but she couldn't come. I want Karen to volunteer. Okay, I'm sorry about this. I know, that's why I know Karen is kind of new Karen.
There was a business owner. Oh my God, anyhow, so like huge people. My best friend Very important because you really are
Not like money because I felt like it was back in time. But the exact opposite. Because there was Ladies and gentlemen, if I may have your attention, please. It is that time of the morning where we take the photo proving that we were all here. If you could everybody assemble up front here. This is our anniversary photograph. This is today our 1-year birthday party. It's a year ago that we started this event. And if I could have everybody come up. No, everybody? We'll do another photo with the fine with the organizers later. Please, everybody.
This is everybody? Oh, this is the everybody picture?
Yes.
You know everybody gets a chance to regular. We've told them that. Practice what you're doing.
Alright. You guys wanna put something in front?
I know.
Please. Wow.
John, you may have to go back a little bit further.
Okay.
Can you see us all?
On 3, 1, 2, 3.
Coffee.
Coffee.
One more. Say coffee. 1, 2, 3.
Coffee.
Very nice.
When do we sing the happy birthday?
He's singing happy birthday.
Now, who's a year old? Neighbor, you want to see?
No, sorry.
He's the constant contact person. Please.
Only one sitting in the front row.
Okay. Wow. Great.
Constant contact.
Are you responsible?
No. All right. Great. I think this meeting is like one of the larger attendee meetings. So I want to thank everybody for showing up this morning. Special day. We're celebrating our 1-year anniversary. So you can't imagine it was a year ago already that we started this chapter with a few of us, and then it's grown dramatically. So why don't we give us. I want to thank everybody for coming today. First, let me go ahead and ask the organizers to come up and introduce themselves.
four steps ahead.
Laura Adrian, Random World Marketing.
Tony Barnett, AOC Key Solutions.
Great, thank you. So as you can see, we've listed those past presenters. I think there were over 40. I don't think we were ready to fit everybody here, but I think
45, they're all there.
45.
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah. So
There's only one I wasn't sure about the date, but they're all there.
right.
There we go.
Fantastic. So there's a couple of you who presented before, so if you could say a quick, a minute of the company and how things are going.
Sure, you want me to start?
Sure.
Hi, Rosemary Spino with Gravitate. My business partner Javier Castro presented in September. We got a lot of great feedback from you guys. We got a lot of really good messaging points, which was our ask to help us to get a better approach to messaging to a community of prospective users such as yourself. We've used and gotten some really great feedback from folks not in this room about some of the messaging that we got from you guys, so thanks a lot.
All right. Thank you. And Alan, you want to say a few words about Trustwire?
I'm actually not working with them at the moment.
Okay. All right. How they're doing so far?
They decided, well, the issue is they hadn't figured out what the target market is.
Okay.
So they hired a marketing person to help them figure out what that is.
Okay. All right. Cool. And anyone else?
Russ.
Yes, Russ.
Yeah, Russ, Vision ID Design. We had great feedback and guidance from the entire group, and we've actually implemented some of them, and things are starting to take off for us for our question of looking for how to get in with breweries and restaurants and wineries, and that stuff is starting to take hold now. So thank you all.
Thanks for sharing that. And Crystal?
Hi, I presented in November, and it was a unique experience for us. We've been in business 17 years, and we completely changed our business model in January, so it was very helpful to get some ideas on how to change our business model and move forward in a different direction. So thank you.
All right, great. Thank you. Did I miss anyone? Okay, all right. So also this time I want to recognize our coffee sponsor for month of February, and that is Freedom Bank. So Darren, you want to come up and say a little bit about Freedom Bank?
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Is there any other bankers in the room just before I get started? Last week there were a couple people from Wells Fargo and in the room, and I didn't know that, so I'll tailor my comments appropriately. But I'm Darren Tully. I'm a business banker with Freedom Bank. We are a locally owned and operated community bank based right here in Northern Virginia. Our headquarters is in Fairfax, and we have 4 branches, all in the Northern Virginia region. So we are small. We are focused on small businesses, and that's why we're sponsoring an entrepreneurs event like this today. But why are we here? You know, just kind of thinking about that. We're a day before Valentine's Day, so we're thinking about love and compassion and relationships and things like that. And, you know, we're here to meet with a small business, hear their story, get to know them, provide feedback, you know, have that relationship with them because we value what they're going to contribute, and that business values what you have to offer. That's a lot about what, you know, Freedom Bank is all about. We are small. We have time to invest in small businesses where it might feel like other banks, who will remain nameless this time, might not have that time and attention to give you. So if you like this type of format, meeting with small businesses, having that type of feedback relationship, I encourage you to have a relationship with your banker like that. And if that interests you, please give Freedom Bank a call. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving right along. So a couple of housekeeping items. So I was notified that there's a car, it's Hyundai, I can't remember the model name, I can't read the model, but it's gray, charcoal gray, that's parked in the illegal parking spot, UWY 4737, if that's your car, you need to move it. The other thing is, so before you leave today, take one of these. This is the parking pass for month of February, so if you intend to coming back or coming back in the future, go ahead and take one of these, and then you can put it on the front of your dashboard so you know that you're part of the group. All right, so we have a lot of
John?
Familiar faces, yes. Oh, yes, thank you. Thanks for reminding. So there is a 1 Million Cups app. So if you haven't checked in already, or you haven't downloaded, go ahead and download. And please let us know, check in so that we know that you were here today. And then last, before we get started, a lot of familiar faces, some new faces as well. So why don't we go around and say your name and the business you're in. Why don't we start from here and then we'll just kind of work our back.
Dave Morrell, 4 Steps Ahead Business Advisor Services.
Reggie Holmes, Creative.
Dan Allen, Ally Solutions, Technology Consulting.
Tony Barnett, AOCP Solutions, and Director of Traffic Safety.
Okay, back.
Monty Nuke, Tenzing GIS Consulting.
Paul Malone, One Voice Communications, Commercial Internet.
George Appalachia. As a So I'm Tom Scheib, Law & Foster Real Estate Agent and Associate Broker. 1 second, if I may, have a public service announcement for everybody. Most people know that houses sell best in the spring. It is real estate spring right now. If you want to know more about that, yeah.
Krista Galakis, Breakaway Fitness. I don't have a PSA, but if you want one, I can. Sorry about that.
Dr. Bob Johnson, Health Awareness Ventures, to make your company more productive, be healthier employees.
Everyone, Tim Klinkner, First Citizens Bank, Commercial Bank.
Karen Schmall, Fairfax County Economic Development Authority.
Ann Rosenblum, Fairfax County Economic Development Authority, and Continue Business for Marketing Non-Profits.
Starting this front row here.
Russ McIntosh, Vision Idea Design.
Alan Anderson, I provide part-time sales assistance for small businesses and startups.
Formerly Trustwire.
What's that?
No, you were with Trustwire.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Right, okay, all right.
Alan French from Sandbox Financial Partners. We're an independent advisory firm.
Next row.
Gretchen Richards, Dynamic Business Capabilities.
Maya Mendes, the Tea Center. We are a child care center here in McLean.
Ken Portnoy. I'm here representing my Toastmasters Club in Tysons Corner, Virginia.
Amy Long, New Ways, AI-based high-tech startup.
Chris Tomseth, retired / entrepreneur in waiting.
Barry Fake, Executive Advisors and Collaboration Management Sciences.
Kim Ashley, I'm with Express IT. We're the IT division of Manpower, and we provide IT staff to small and large companies.
John Riedenberg, CCCSolutions.com, Contact Management and Web Strategies.
Lori Wiggins, I'm the CEO of Beyond. We are a management consultancy with a focus on mergers and acquisitions for small and lower mid-market businesses. I'll be presenting here the first Wednesday in March.
All right, great. And let's come this way.
Rosemary Savino with Gravitate. We're a business messenger for professionals who want to get things done.
Darren Tully with Freedom Bank. We're a bank for entrepreneurs.
Laura Drain, Random Bosman.
All right, great. That leads us to Laura Drain. So this morning we have Laura presenting her business, and she's going to tell us a little bit about her business and then business challenge that she has. And so the way that format that what we do is we try to help the business who presented here with their business challenge. So there's going to be a lot of interaction. So you'll see in front of you an index card that is meant to kind of write down notes for some questions or some of the insight that you might have or some of the advice that you like to give to Laura. We're going to have a Q&A session, but in case we don't get to all of your questions, please use that as a way to write it down, and we're going to collect them at the end of the meeting and then give it to Laura. So without that, let me go ahead and turn it over to Laura.
So my name is Laura Drain. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning.
I want to tell you a little about me. So I came from Mexico in 1999. I've been here for 20 years. I've been working for Hewlett Packard AT&T, and I've been in telecommunications and marketing since that time. So suddenly I've been meeting so many people, and I found that there are a lot of smart people in this community, and many entrepreneurs. I found that everybody, when you start your business, you are the one to do all the social media. You are the one to do constant contact, email marketing. By the way, I have a present for you. And you are the one with your phone or hiring somebody like me to do videography. So you have different hats, and also you are the accounting, the staff. So when I created this company, my idea was to have one company that will solve all your marketing needs. That means that you can tell me, I just really need a email marketing, it will be a la carte. Laura, I sit down with my clients more as a consulting company, and I listen to them. In my company, I hired, we have 9 freelancers who work with us. So depending on the needs of the company, we offer from the logo to designing the webpage. We design the banners. We design business cards. And we wanted to establish a relationship that will grow with you. We were going to have a partnership with you, and you become to be part of our family. So this is what my idea to create this company. I've been doing this for 10 years, and the past 4 years I dedicate a full time to this company. The segments can be from startups, a small business that have maybe 1 or 2 people. We were working also with some real estate agents. In the past, it was a little easier because kind of the people was not very familiar with videography, so that they can hire you for videography, they can hire for other stuff. Now the people have more and more knowledge about social media, about videography. Besides that, we have been working lately with a small restaurant. And one sample of this is a little restaurant in DC. When she bought the restaurant, she didn't know how to do anything except cooking. I've been working with her for 2 years. I designed her logo, I do her social media, web pages, banners, everything for her. And the first day she was selling around $60 a day, and now she's selling $3,000 a day. So through the social media that I helped her, the designing, the banners, promotions, she's been able to grow, and now we are like a family. So it's good to have restaurants, you can go there and eat. So with so many companies in Northern Virginia doing marketing, what is so unique about us? So what we do is we establish like a momentum. We learn everything about your company. When we learn everything about your company, we can recommend you, like, maybe you should do this little video for 30 seconds and send it to WhatsApp. Maybe I can talk to you and say, why don't we establish this, put $5 in Facebook for ads? So one uniqueness that we have is we establish a very close relation with you, or with the client, and we understand how we can help them. Besides that, Random Words also has a TV show, a cooking show, and a radio show in Fairfax, in Northern Virginia. So once you become to be a client or part of the family, we invite you to share your knowledge with the community. And the last or the best is our prices are very, very comfortable. I don't want to say low or high, but comfortable. We do everything based in your budget. So if you are a startup and you have only $50 for marketing, we work in that budget. And when you are growing, maybe in 1 year or 2, your budget is like $3,000 a month, so then we continue growing with you. So we're growing with you in base of your budget. Also, we have all the equipment that we use, we own it. So we have cameras for videography, cameras for photography, and we have freelancers to work with you around the world. So we still having a struggle to pass around the message. So the message that we are having now is we offer a small business and a starter a unique perspective, so we can coordinate all your marketing efforts across the multiple channels, and also we offer, we also monitoring everything that we do. We do social media, we monitor. So you always will have a return on investment result. So you invest X1 number of dollars, this is the results of what happened in this period of time. Next. So my question is, having this company is like one-stop shop marketing, how do I improve my value proposition to attract new interest? And especially to find new business.
Thank you, Laura. So, I have the benefit of being able to moderate for the Q&A. I do try to make sure that my eyes are moving around at all times, so just if you don't think you made eye contact with me or I don't get you in the queue, just be patient, keep your hand held up, and I will get you in the queue. Please make sure that you've signed into the application, not only to register that you're here, but also to provide feedback to both Laura and also to the organizers relative to the event. And one other thing, when I call on you, please state your name and your company so that everybody can hear it. Just the name and the company.
And be brief.
Yes. Thank you for the reminder. Keep the questions to 15 seconds or so that we can make sure we get a chance to answer and reach everybody. So we'll start with Lori.
Okay, my company is Beyond. I'm Lori Wiggins. So my question to you is, you have quite a variety of services that you offer. Do you find that there are requests that people make of you, or is there a concentration of interest in a certain subset of those services?
So lately the people ask me is focused a lot in social media and videography.
Okay, so the social media and the videography are where you find there's a majority of your business?
Yes.
Thank you.
Most of them.
I'm very impressed with your presentation of what your business does and with the success that you've achieved with the example you gave. Do you really need to improve your value proposition, or is it a communications issue?
So having so many services, sometimes the people get confused.
Yes.
So what I do now, at the beginning, I was telling that I have this, like the person who said encyclopedias, so you got all these books, no? So I noticed that it was a problem because the people get confused with so many services. So I need to find a way that I can tell the people what I do without telling all the services I provide.
Maya Mendez, T Center. I was wondering, have you thought about putting different packages together and say this is what I offer at this package for beginners and this at this? So it's a little simpler for someone who's starting out versus someone who has a $3,000 budget at the end. You kind of
that's
get
a good idea. I have not done that, yes.
Could you, instead of listing like your solutions, can you focus on the problems that you solve instead, and then the different tools that you bring to solve the problem is a later conversation?
So showing the problems and how I solve the problems.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. There's no.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, Laura, you talked about providing information on most all of the services that you offer. I think just BD 101, asking the targeted and the appropriate questions to get to the heart of what it is that they need. And then you can take these service offerings that you have and apply them accordingly.
I couldn't hear very well.
She's suggested to take the offerings that you have and ask probing questions to dig down a little bit deeper and help people understand what is it that they're trying to get at in order to clarify the offering. On that point, I think that one of the things that are beneficial to you is that you can do so many different things. Figuring out how to get that encompassed into one statement,
Yeah, that's it.
and then allow people to use questioning skills in order to help them drill down and understand, oh, well, Laura can do this for me more frequently, I think would be helpful. So, Tony?
This may seem short-sighted, but maybe not. Oftentimes, the simplest solution is the right answer. Okay? So, with all of these wonderful things that you do, what's the final end result? Because that may be what your message is through all of these different channels, what is the end result? What is it, the end result you provide? So that way a prospective customer sits there and says, I'm looking for, oh, she's got it. So, you know, I mean, figuring it out, or maybe together, collaboratively, we all sit there and find what that point is, and say, this is what it is, and that's what your messaging should be from that point on. Instead of describing, you do this, this, and this.
You're right. That's a very good.
So, Krista, then John.
I have one comment for everyone. If you could speak up, please, because we have a lot of people here and I can't hear everyone when I'm way back here. Sorry.
Where's that bling mic?
I was going to bring it today since it's the one here. I would focus also at what you've been really successful with. So if it's the restaurant avenue, or if it's the small business avenue, or just startups, and really focus your efforts on marketing towards those companies, and then possibly getting testimonials and things like that, and really pushing that, you know, with this restaurant or whatever, and really focus on one area that you've been really successful with.
That's a great idea. Thank you very much.
John?
John Rutenberg, CCC Solutions. To echo Tony and Krista, when you spoke about the restaurant, you had this huge smile and your eyes lit up, Laura. And that success story, to repeat what you do more frequently will help you improve your value proposition, because for one, it'll lower cost because you'll be repeating. But you could see the passion in your eyes. So you generate sales for businesses. That's what you did for the restaurant, and the shortest, narrowest focus as a result.
Yeah,
and focusing, and perhaps it's within the Latino community where you have excellent connections, because you can't be broad to everything to everyone, but you have tools in your tool belt that you can pull out as you coordinate and execute marketing actions. But it's all about sales.
Thank you.
Yes.
I would say that you want to be deep, not wide, because the problem that most people have is that you cast a wide net and you're like, you do all this stuff, and that the messaging gets confusing. So think of yourself like Walmart. Walmart sells, or Home Depot. They invite you in for one thing, but they have several different products. So once they're in front of you, then you can expose them to other services. But whichever one is your strong suit, that's what you lead.
Thank you. Reggie?
Reggie Holmes, Enthuse Creative. One thing that I would consider is asking your customers that you've had success with why they chose you. There was a reason why they decided to work with your marketing company and not another marketing company. So I think there's a lot of value in that. And then the other thing, going back to the restaurant, the word that stood out to me was the experience. You know, people chose to work with you because you provided a unique experience that met their needs regardless of where they were in their business. You know, for the startup restaurant, it was the right experience to get the exposure and ultimately the customers that they needed. So I would think through how the experience that you offer is different and unique, and put some focus on that.
Perfect. Thank you.
So let's see, we've got, let's go. Half Russ, Lori.
Okay. Along the same lines of the comments about Home Depot, I thought maybe 7-Eleven might be a good model. I'm not sure this is a good idea, but 7-Eleven posts coffee, big gulp, right? And people come in, and then once they're in the door, they see the full range of offerings. 7-Eleven, when they do milk and they do coffee, they're also doing it as a loss leader, right? So maybe if you want to get new businesses, you can do logos and business cards and stationery as a loss leader.
Yes.
And once they're in the door, right, and so that promotion through your social media expertise, you can promote that and see if you can target, bring some of them in the door. So,
Yeah, Russ McIntosh, Vision ID Design. You, myself, Reggie, we're all kind of in that marketing realm, but we each have our own special niche. Yes, we can do everything, but kind of hone in on the special thing that makes you unique. Reggie has his website development. I have the branding aspect. I also focus more on restaurants. Reggie has his specialty. You have yours, and just pick your niche and try to work that area. Yes, the other businesses will see you and want to work with you, but try to find that niche where you're very good and try to broaden that out more. So.
Use what you do to advertise yourself. I noticed in your presentation that there was a lot of words. There weren't many pictures or any video. Now, maybe you have that on your website. I didn't have a chance to check. But if you're advertising yourself using video that you produced, it gives people a real chance to see what you do.
I will specify that Laura and I are friends on Facebook, and she does tons of video on Facebook.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Are you also advertising on LinkedIn, or are you have presence on LinkedIn? Brilliant. Thank you.
And if you Google my name, it's going to show all the videos I produce.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you for your advice.
Sal, I have a thought here. 30 years ago, I was selling this new product called the Word Processor. And my company wanted, the way that I was supposed to present it is, I told the lawyer how to make the secretary more productive.
Okay.
After 9 months of doing that and failing, because I realized that the lawyer didn't care how much time the secretary spent. If she was there until 7 o'clock at night, it didn't matter. So what finally got me doing well was I finally said to the lawyer, if I can show you how to make $100,000 next year, will you give me 5 minutes? It made a huge difference in sales results. So my point with your presentation here, and probably with John, is your objective is to help them increase their income and their sales. And as a marketing person, you can do a variety of different things and say, let's sit down and talk about it. And each person I know is going to have a different issue.
Yes.
So, or you're going to have a different way of solving that problem, depending on the market. So I'll suggest you start off with something simple like that. The result is you're going to get your sales up. Now tell me what you want to do, and I'm going to give you some suggestions and go from there.
And dovetailing off of that, one of the things that I wrote down on the card before I came up to moderate was, you talked about going from $60,000 to $3,000 a day. That's a 50 times increase in revenue. That's
But it's 2 years.
So, but still, the point is to be able to go through and help people get their head wrapped around that repetition of understanding. It's like, here's the dollar growth, here's the number of times of increase. That goes a long way, and if you can come up with examples of that, that makes people say, oh, random mortgage marketing, business growth. So, let's see. Yes, Ann.
Have you thought of maybe talking to your best customers or everyone at present and offering each of them a free service for free new introductions? Okay. So if you could create a new community out of the community you already have.
Okay. Good idea. Thank you.
Yeah. Hi, Laurie. Laura, sorry. We use someone like you. I'm from Sandbox Financial Advisors. We use someone like yourself to do all of our social media, etc., etc. And the process that we went through to select the best person was the company that demonstrated the best understanding of our client base. Right? So when you're thinking about how you present a uniqueness or the fact that you are the go-to person for a company or a type of company, think about your client's client. Is there some way of presenting that we know this community, you are trying to market to this community, we can really help you with that because we understand your clients. So I think about that marketing through them to where they're trying to get to. My suggestion.
seats joined many chambers for the past 2 years. And now the people is telling people that I just, it's President via referrals, via LinkedIn.
Well, I know from experience that you're a wonderful videographer, and I wonder if you can leverage that to get involved in webinars and work with partners to showcase your skills, to drive more referrals in through that way, so that you can, feeding off some of the other things, showcase what you do best, and do it in a slightly different way where you can reach more people. So if other people are running seminars on how to be a better presenter or how to do webinars or whatever it is, that you can work with them and do some of that. Jen does a lot of stuff.
For sure, thank you very much.
Other questions? Yes.
One last one. Tell me about the name. How did Random Words come about?
The truth was that I was looking for a name for a marketing company. So I went to this webpage called Random Words. And I spent 7 days going to all the words and I couldn't find something that fit me. And then I thought that how hard is for me the wording. You know, when you put words together, it's hard for me because English is not my second language. And then I thought, when I talk with people, they want to say something and they have hard time to put together the words. So my idea was create a company that will use your words and will put it in different ways, in different media.
Okay.
So that is the same. We use your words and we put it in different media.
I think you should tie that backstory to your proposition in a way.
Oh, yeah.
Laura, I'm going to ask you a
Yeah.
question. If we were going to bring your clients in and ask them as a group, how would you describe Random Words marketing and your experience with them? What would they say to you?
So the clients would say that they're very happy because they found, I understand what they need. I'm very fast. So when they need like a special postcard for selling, I return back in 24 hours or less. So they also saying that one of the things that they like it is I also operate all the social media, so they love it that I always have real content. I listen to them. When they tell me, Laura, this month I want to do this, I listen to them and I try to find the right images to be sure that I cover. And also they like it that I have a huge database, and also my LinkedIn, I have a lot of people, so I promote them in my social media too.
I think there's a couple of facts in there that will help you with the definition of the value proposition, because there's not only business growth, but there's also speed, access to information, that kind of thing. So, you know, your goal is to actually take the Random Words and turn it into something concrete that will drive the business.
Well, thank you very much.
One last comment with regards to Laura and her skills. Most of the people in the room know that yes, there's a phone up there that's recording on Facebook Live, and this whole presentation I've been kind of like going back and forth watching on Facebook Live, and that's why I had to turn the volume off on my phone. And there are already 4 comments about the presentation on Facebook Live just during this time period that we've been here. So she has good reach.
Awesome. So we have one last question, John.
All right, so I get to ask one last question. So Laura, a fantastic interaction again. So as a 1 million CAPSA community, and there's a lot of good comments for sharing. So what other things that can we do to help your business success?
So give me the opportunity to capture all this information, apply, and give me a chance to come back.
Right, sounds good. Great, let's give another round of appreciation for coming in front of this audience and presenting. I get to present you with our coveted 1 million CAPSA plaque. So thank you.
Thank you.
So I own a completely different business, but I'm sitting here and listening to a lot of the advices that you've given, Laura, and by God, I mean, a lot of that could apply to me. And so that's what's great about this group, is that regardless of what stage you're in, regardless of what type of business you're in, a lot of the challenge that you business face is very similar to you, so that's what I like that's what I like about it. So if you own a business or if you're an entrepreneur and you feel like, hey, maybe I should come up to the front and present my company and my business challenge, the challenge I have, and would love kind of interaction, please feel free to talk to any one of our organizers, or if you go to a 1 Million Cups website, you can register to present. So I'd encourage you to do that. So we have a lot more coffee. Feel free to get more caffeinated.
Lots of coffee, lots of food.
Lots of food. We're celebrating our 1 year anniversary of this chapter, and there's plenty of food there. So hang around, stick around, network. Are there
about 8 people who have not signed into the app. There are about 8 people who have not signed into the app.
Yeah, Tony's checking.
Yes. Oh, yes. Thank you.
Yeah, if you can pass down your card, we're gonna go ahead and collect it. And any more audience?
Thank you, sir.
All right. Well, thank you. See you.
Let me refill my coffee.
Yeah, Salesforce is very underrated.
No, I wouldn't say that. I said retired / entrepreneur in waiting. So I had a business which I just sold. So now I'm figuring out the next one. So it's a marketing franchise called Money Mailer. But my career was a great session. It's in the travel industry.